Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chrissy's Wig Room. Thank you so much for joining me today for this new video of a brand new release for 2022. This is the Jon Renau Bryce, and it's in the color 433. Love this color. Absolutely love this color. So this is 433, which is basically a rich dark brown, which is a number 4, and then 33 is some red highlights mixed in there. But they're mixed in so beautifully that I just absolutely love it. It's not too red. I love some red highlights, like I love the one BRH30 because it's got red highlights in it, and this is done just beautifully with the highlighting. So very excited to show you this piece. I waited a long time to get this piece. I wanted it in a rich brunette because that's just what I'm wearing lately. It's what I'm most comfortable in. Love my rich brunettes, and so all you brunette lovers out there are really going to enjoy this piece. The curls on this piece is amazing. Now, you know, every piece can be different. I had ordered this a little later in a 6 because I really thought the 6 looked, you know, like a nice chocolate brown, and the curls just weren't quite as beautiful. But as we all know, if we're a seasoned wig wearer, that there are going to be times where you're going to get a wig and you're going to be disappointed because every wig is different and unique, just like every person is unique. So that just comes with wig buying, and that's why sometimes we are disappointed right out of the box. But what I have learned in my wig journey since I started my journey in March of 2019 after my mother passed is that you don't want to give up on the wig right out of the box. You know, you want to give it a little bit of time, especially if you really do think it's a style that you might enjoy wearing. I would encourage you to, you know, give it some time, maybe put it back in the box. Now, if you don't plan on keeping it, you don't want to brush it out, you don't want to do anything to it, and you want to keep the tags on because that's the only way to return it to the manufacturer. But if you do think that you're going to keep it, but you're just disappointed on the way maybe it looks or the way the curl pattern is, I encourage you to hang on to it. And, you know, sometimes all it takes is just revisiting it a couple of days later. And for me, what I have learned from those beautiful women like Tracy, thank you, Tracy, for all your tips and tricks that you give us. Many of you know Tracy. Tracy is wonderful at our wig wearing, and she has beautiful styling tips and tricks, and she taught me a lot about how to keep the wigs soft, how to keep the fibers soft, how to keep them feeling lustrous, and you know, just how to care for them. And a lot of it is just simply, if you don't like the way it looks right out of the box, flip it over, keep it upside down for a few days, you know, spray it with some Simply Style and spray it with some Aesthetica Revitalize and Shine. I love those kind of conditioners, and then just keep it that way for a little bit and see. And I have found that by doing that and keeping them upside down, it really does just help with gravity and with those type of sprays and those type of, you know, conditioners. It really helps the fibers loosen up and really become their own. So just encourage you ladies and everyone to you know, just give it some time, because I had in my start of my wig journey, I was constantly giving up on wigs. I was selling them before I should have. I don't even know, I've probably spent way over $40,000 since my wig journey started just on wigs. You know, trying all of them, trying to find the perfect one. I think we've all kind of been in that, you know, in that boat. But giving them up too soon is something that I've learned. You know, you have to kind of hold on to them. Now, there are some that I just know right away I don't like, it's not going to work. You know, and there's many others that I should have returned, but I didn't. And so then I end up selling them so that I can pass them on because they're just sitting in a box. But one thing that I have learned is just to give it time. So with this style, it's just really pretty right out of the box. I had just cut the tags off of this one, been wanting to review it for a little while, but I'm absolutely loving the curl pattern. I think Jon Renau did a really fantastic job on this piece. And even the hairline, although it is dark, you know, brunettes have darker hairlines, it is still done fairly well. And I love the curl pattern on this one. It has this big swooping bang here, so, you know, for me, wearing that on an everyday basis, I would just pin it back. But I love the curls, and I love how this looks. I think it's absolutely stunning. So let's do a quick spin so you can get to see it on all sides. It's just a really fresh curl pattern, I think. You know, it's similar to what we've seen, but with the swooping bangs around the front, it really really, really makes it its own. I think the center parts and the kind of the curtain bangs are really, really coming around. And we see a lot of manufacturers that are getting the curtain bang type styles, and they're really, really beautiful. So this has, I mean, it has a lot of bounce. It feels really sexy. I feel really sexy when I'm wearing it, and I think that it's just a really, really beautiful piece. So I do want to take it off and show you the inside cap construction. Now this is, again, this is an 8/32, and I don't know how well on camera, you know, these are studio lightings. These are big box lightings. And actually, I just realized that I don't have one of my lights on, so that's going to make it even brighter. But you know, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes, but it's just really done nicely. The red is mixed in with the strands, but it's not the kind of red that shouts in your face red, because I personally do not like, you know, bright red shades, but I love them mixed in with a dark, rich brown like this, because it just really makes it beautiful and sexy and stunning. So let's take a look at the inside cap. Jon Renau always has the beautiful Velcro adjusters, which I really like. Open wefted sides and back. It really does fit true to average. I have a petite average circumference of 21.5 inches. We have these beautiful soft felt ear tabs. And then in the front, we do have that center part. And I was not always a fan of center parts, but since they're becoming more and more popular, I'm getting used to it, and I feel like I can still style it the way that I always would. It really doesn't stop me from styling it any other way. So that doesn't deter anything. So let me just show you what I do. When I first get it out of the box, and I've probably shown you this before, but I like to remind my new viewers, when you first get a wig out of the box, you want to shake it. That wakes up the fibers and gets everything ready for wear. So just really shaking it. I like to really shake it vigorously. And then what I do is I take my little spray bottle mixed with some Revitalize and Shine, and I like to spray my wigs with that. And this is how I keep my wigs too. I store them upside down like this, because what that does is it brings volume, and it really helps the fibers immensely. If you've never tried this before, I would highly encourage you to do so, because it just does something for the fibers. Now, Jon Renau fibers are a little bit on the drier side, and it depends on the piece. Again, I think that you have, this one does feel a little bit drier, but what I do is I just constantly keep it conditioned. This still has a lot of the silicone on it, because I have not actually worn this one outside yet. But once I start wearing it out in the elements, at the end of the day, if I've worn this for say 8 or 10 hours at work, when I get home, I take it off, I detangle it with a wide tooth comb, and then I spray it down with usually the Aesthetica Revitalize and Shine, and also usually a little bit of Simply Style, and I'll do down here at the end, because that really just keeps things separated. I like to start at the root, and you don't want to drag it through the fibers. You just want to start picking and gently. You have to be gentle, because you don't want to, especially for me, I don't want to really disrupt the curl pattern, but I really want to give it some nice volume. And then I like to flip it around and start working up here at the front, because a lot of times the front is what bothers me. I don't like the crisscross, you know, zigzag part, so I always get rid of that. And just have to kind of start working with it. But see, even though I don't really like a part to show, but even though there's a center part there, I can still sweep it to the side and you're not going to notice. But I thought, like I said, out of the 2 pieces that I got, this was my favorite one. And so I kept this one because it just really has a beautiful curl to it. So let me put this back on real quick. It's just a beautiful piece, but as you can already tell when you shake it and you really get in there, look at the difference in the volume just from shaking it, spraying it down with some water. You can already probably notice a big difference in the volume. And that's all I did. it's as simple as that, to have a really gorgeous, luscious strand piece. And then you can get in there and really, flip the part how you want it. But don't let the center part scare you, because it used to scare me too. I remember when I first got my first center part, I think it was Henry Margou's Candace, and I was just kind of at a loss at first. I mean, I got used to it, but I really didn't know how to work with it. But really, I've learned that it's no different than, the left side part. You can still have a gorgeous piece. So I really, really like this piece. I really feel like this is going to be a keeper for me. I also love the price point, because as we all know, wigs have been getting more and more expensive. Just like everything is going up, including the wigs. And I really felt that they did a good job with this one, because with a 30% off discount, I believe I was able to get this for like $180, maybe $180 or $190. So it was still under $200, which is a good deal. I did purchase this with my own funds from namebrandwigs.com. So this one came from namebrandwigs.com, which is also a really great manufacturer for wigs. They usually always have a 30% discount off of most of these kind of styles, and then it's always free shipping, so that's really good too. I really like this piece. I think this is going to be a piece that I will keep. Like I said, I do notice that the fibers feel a little drier, but that's pretty common with most Jon Renau pieces, I would say. Noriko really has the ones that I feel are like like Tracy says, they feel like human hair, and they really do. There's just something about those Noriko fibers. They're workhorse fibers. But these fibers are really good too, and I just think it's beautiful. I love this curl pattern. Like, I think this curl pattern is absolutely stunning. You could of course do your updos. You could do a lot of things with these. But I mainly just like to keep it, pulled away, pulled back from my face. Because I don't like any hair that's flopping in my face. I just prefer to have, my face open and nothing there. So that's why you usually always see me either having it pulled back like this, or I'll have it pulled, if I'm going to go like this, then I'll pull it back to the side and then clip it up like that. And that's how I like to wear it, because I don't like the hair in my face, especially during the summertime when it's hot. Like it is right now, it's hot every single day. Here in the Midwest, it's been over 100 every day. So I can't have anything in my face, because I usually sweat a lot, and I don't like it hanging in my face. So that is how I will wear it. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the Jon Renau Bryce. This is in the color 433, and it's a beautiful, beautiful brunette color. Like I said, the red is not too bright. So if you are looking for a style that has, a little bit of a touch to it, I think this is a great style. And that's why I really like this color in particular, because, so often, especially if you're a brunette lover like me, you might not just want to wear, a number 6. You kind of want a little bit of dimension in there, but you don't want so much dimension that the highlights are overpowering, or you feel like you're just wearing a red. Because for me personally, I can't do reds. I don't feel comfortable in them. So for me, I like this because the red is there, so it keeps it from being just like a one number, like just a number 4, just a number 6 that doesn't have any highlight. This just gives it the ever so bit slightest highlight in there that really makes it a beautiful piece. So again, thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope that you're having a wonderful weekend, and I hope that you have a beautiful week next week. I appreciate your love and your support. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me on my journey here with wigs. I try to provide as much insight and reviews as I can on these beautiful styles, so that you can make the most informed decision yourself when choosing to purchase these styles. As we know, it really helps to see the styles on so many different face shapes, so that we can get an idea at what we're going to look and feel our best in. So again, thank you for joining me. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any future videos. Also, in the description box down below, if you click that down arrow, you'll find a link to my eBay store. It is where I post all of my wigs for sale. as well as other items that I'm decluttering and selling. I do have clothes and shoes and other things on there. And also you'll find a link to my Facebook and my Instagram page. You can feel free to follow along. And also there's a link to the Corseted Jewel Lady. That is where I like to purchase my beautiful, affordable jewels. If you have not checked out her page yet, please do so, as you can really find a necklace, a ring, an earring, a bracelet for any occasion, whether you're needing to go to prom, whether you're needing it for a wedding, a birthday, anniversary, whatever the occasion is, or if you just want to feel special. I love that we can mix our jewels with our fashion and our wigs. So I hope that you all have a fantastic week. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you very soon.